Kaspa mining profits are on fire right now, but for how long? This past Sunday, October 15th, I woke up to news all over Twitter of Kaspa's KRC20 launching. Finally, we knew it was going to be then. We hoped and prayed that it would launch successfully, and it actually did. And I got the chance to tune in to DJ Mine's stream that he had going that day. Same thing with Red Panda Mining and Rabid Mining, kind of following along that journey. DJ Mines did a great thing of actually tuning into the dev chat and listening to that as they launched it and as it took off, which was really cool. Definitely a learning experience. But KRC20 launched and actually added profits, added transactions, added fees to the network that took Kaspa mining from here, which was recently, to through the roof and on fire. Today's video is sponsored by the team over at ASICmarketplace.com. With crypto mining hardware prices dropping, it's critical to find an online store you can trust with your ASIC purchases. The team at ASICmarketplace.com has you covered with some of the most competitive pricing on the market. No matter what brand you're looking for, ASIC Marketplace has it. To name just a few: Bitmain, Goldshell, WhatsMiner, IB-Link, iPolo, JazzMiner, and many more. There are no surprises with ASIC Marketplace. The price listed on their website includes shipping. Imagine that. Finally, ASIC Marketplace takes the buying experience to the next level by accepting cryptocurrency as payment directly on their store. Go check out ASIC Marketplace today via the link in this video's description down below, as well as save $110 at checkout with discount code The Hobbyist Miner. The timing couldn't have been any better. If you guys have been following along on my channel, you guys know that I have an ASIC mining shed. And well, I was able to get all of my miners up and running last week, which worked out perfect. Here's a number of my miners you can see here. The ones with the green teal on the front are my Kaspa miners. And I got a number of everything up and running. It's always so fulfilling to have all of your miners up at all times. And the timing worked out perfectly here. So I have a variety of different miners. We have 4 KS2s, 3 KS3Ms, 2 KS5Ls, and 2 KS5 Pros. And well, as you can see here, we got a decent amount of Kaspa miners up and running, and my goal was to have them running before KRC20 went ahead and launched, and it actually worked out immensely in my favor. To give you guys an idea, last week, before KRC20 launched, we were at about $100 a day in Kaspa, which is respectable, but for the amount of ASICs that are here was nothing absolutely crazy. Hash rate has been through the roof recently, and there's not been that much price discovery with Kaspa, so I was content with $100. So KRC20 hits on Sunday mid-morning, and it started out, but then man, things went through the roof. And now Monday morning, they're still looking really good. Now we have seen a little bit of a downtrend occur, hopefully just a quick little bubble being a Monday morning, but we are far more profitable now than where we were just 24 hours ago. So taking a look, here is my dashboard. I'm very transparent on what I have up and running and how they're performing. And taking a scroll through here, we're at $433.65 as of now. Earlier, just what was it, this morning when I rolled over, it was at like $589, which blew my mind. I did not think that we would break that mark of $500, but here we are. And I'd love to hear from you guys. Like, what did you guys see before and after KRC20, and what was the absolute high? So we're at about 94.74 terahash that we do have over on 2 miners, and we have 11 miners total that we talked about before. We have our 4 KS2s, we have our 3 KS3Ms, our 2 KS5Ls, and our 2 KS5 Pros. We actually picked up the KS5, another KS5L and another KS5 Pro just last week, and so I'm thrilled that I was able to get these all up and running. Now, a big factor here is taking a look at payouts. So you guys can see we were about 51 to 65 Kaspa per day at that time, sometimes a little bit more, but look where we were yesterday, the 16th. Actually, today is where we got the payout, but it was for yesterday. 3,304 Kaspa, which, you know, is right around that like $555 mark, all based off of the time of watching this, which was absolutely amazing. Furthermore, taking a look at these, you know, the KS2 was not looking as pretty. But when we take a closer look today, you can see even on a site like this, it's not really coming out and showing really good profitability right now on ASIC miner value, because everything is just all over the place right now. It's very hard to actually get any accuracy, and a lot of these sites are super far behind. If we look at other models that I have running now, you know, the 3M says $2.97. If we look at like the KS5L, we're at about $12.46. And if we look at the KS5 Pro, is still saying $27. But regardless, it is the Wild West right now. And it's something for you guys to keep in mind. If you're looking at these kind of profitability calculators, it is all over the place to the point that a lot of these metrics are not accurate. So I highly recommend that you guys really keep an eye out on the Kaspa earned per day, because that's really what you want to focus on. So let's talk solo mining. You know, not everybody is sitting around running full-size ASIC miners, and a lot of you have home miners. Your KS0 maybe, KS0 Pro, your KS0 Ultra, KA Box, a lot of these other home miners that aren't full-size ASIC miners. Well, what do you do with them? Well, leading up to KRC20, I had mine here on 2 miners solo mining. And that's really what I recommend for people as these home miners start to earn less and less and less and less, to the point where you're like, do I even turn this on? For these small miners like the Ice River KS0s and such, with them only using 100 watts a day, it totally makes sense to just solo mine with them. And solo mining is very much like playing the lottery, but all the time. And for 100 watts, that's absolutely nothing from an operating cost. So for those of you guys that have your KS0 sitting on the shelf thinking it's not worth it, I highly would recommend that you solo mine. I'm solo mining with mine on 2 miners. Now I set up all 4 of my home miners. I have the KS0, KS0 Pro, KA Box Pro, and the KA Box. All my home miners, I do have solo mining on 2 miners, and I set it up on the 28th. So it's been running for about 2 weeks now, and I've actually earned 6 blocks total. So if I go over here to payouts, you can see the blocks are nowhere near what they are today. Right now with KRC20, I have heard block rewards going from 500 up to 13,000 based off of what is going on with the transactions on the network, which is nuts. Imagine that being you. Imagine you're the one who's got 1 KS0 Ultra on solo mining, and then it pops and you hit that block. Can you imagine? That would be absolutely nuts. For me, over the last 2 weeks or so, you know, I've had normal block reward was at 91. My mission schedule kicked in, dropped us down to 85. So I've hit 6 total. But regardless of not even looking at KRC20, that's still pretty good for these miners that were making cents a day. I'd love to hear from you guys. Like, are you solo mining? If so, with anything? And has that changed before and after KRC20? Are you like, I'm putting my miners on solo mining after KRC20? Because there's a strong possibility. Now, I could flip all of these home miners over to pool mining. However, they're not making that much pool mining. So for me, I'd rather put them on solo mining and kind of play that lottery moving forward. All right, so this here is the Ice River. I know, holy cow, that's huge. This is the Ice River KS1. And I actually bought 3 of these, 1 here and 2 back behind me here, during my road trip when I went out and bought out a guy's mining farm in Denver, Colorado. Just did a video on that about a week or so ago. I'll go ahead and drop it directly down below if you're interested. There we bought KS1s, KS2s, KS3Ms, and we got a great deal on all of them. And I did not plan to power these on or to mine with these, but KRC20 is now here and profitability is looking really, really good. Now, these are all set up to do to be connected with the inline fans, to connect with my shed that you guys saw the previous pictures on. And I'm not really sure what I want to do, because before KRC20, I had plans to go ahead and strip these down, clean them out, blow them out, put the original fans back on, and list them on eBay and in my Discord. If you're not part of my Discord, I'll put a link down below. I do have a hobbyist miner kind of yard sale section that I do list hardware on. I'd planned to sell these. That was kind of my goal, was waiting for a Kaspa pump to do so. And now this one totally caught me off guard. I don't know how long it's going to last, and if it's a good time to list these. I've seen on eBay these be listed today anywhere between $400 up to $1,200. So some people are in the know on KRC20 and some people are not, but totally undecided. If you guys had KS1s right now, what would you do? Would you power them on? Would you get them up and running? Would you list them for sale, kind of following along on the hype? Let me know down below. I totally would appreciate your opinion. So how long is all of this going to last? I absolutely don't know. I don't think anyone knows. The hype came out and profitability went through the roof on all Kaspa mining across the board, added more transactions, which added more fees, which means that miners are making significantly more. We see a lot of these coins being minted or NFTs being minted now on KRC20, which is fantastic. It adds more of a value to the Kaspa project, adding more and more projects on top of that Kaspa layer, which is absolutely great. But I would not go making any financial decisions. I would not buy any miners. I would not go do anything crazy as of right now, because the profitability you're seeing today will not be here tomorrow. It may not even be here in an hour from now. We really don't know when this hype will drop off. The more and more projects that do jump on KRC20, that means there's going to be more need for us miners to take care of those transactions. So be super careful. I would absolutely treat this, personally, that's how I'm treating it, as a bubble. It could pop at any time and it's over, or it could continue to grow and grow and grow. And who knows how long. Even if this stays at 50% of where it is and it continues for the next several weeks or months, amazing. If it ends before the end of the week, bummer. But we at least got to be set up and we earned a lot of extra Kaspa. Love to hear from you guys and your thoughts. Is this a bubble? Is it going to pop quickly? Is it going to be here today and gone tomorrow? Or do you truly feel that we are going to be a roller coaster with, as new projects come on, we see a whole bunch of profitability return to Kaspa mining and then it dips and then another project come on, but who knows what that timeline is like. Guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, hearing me ramble about how things have gone for me with KRC20. Love your feedback directly down below. Hopefully a lot of you guys were able to ride this wave and earn a significantly more amount of Kaspa as it's been exploding and on fire. I'll see you guys next time. Sorry to interrupt your video, but check this out. I constantly get emails from the community asking me about trustworthy hosting facilities in the United States that I recommend. Well, I got you covered. Listen up. A few months back, I visited BlockOps Mining's brand new facility in Central Arkansas. The team there was super professional, knowledgeable, and everyday miners like you and I. After visiting the facility, I sent them a few of my ASIC miners for hosting and have been super happy with their service and communication. Go contact BlockOps Mining directly down below in the video description and tell them the Hobbyist miner sent you for great pricing on miners and hosting.